Hi, I'm Tom Connolly and I'm here at Marshall Studios. So I initially started playing probably when I was 8 or 9 years old. Had a little toy drum kit, learned a few grooves, started on that. Didn't really take it seriously until about 15 or 16. I think at that point I was just totally obsessed, couldn't stop practicing, and yeah, from then it was like, this is going to be my career. The thing that got me into drumming was probably my dad more than anything, growing up listening to Porcupine Tree, prog, metal and all other kinds of rock in the car. So yeah, I've got a lot of credit to give my dad for that for sure. Virgil Donati is probably my favourite drummer. You'll probably be able to tell by my setup. Dave Weckl, Vinnie Colaiuta, Nate Wood is one of my favourite drummers at the moment. Just a lot of the jazz fusion guys, yeah, they really inspire me. I think that's just kind of like the peak of playing and drumming, and just I'm never running out of ideas listening to those people. So today I've been playing my Maples original kit, and I'm playing a 22-inch kick, 8-inch tom, 12-inch tom, 14 and 16, and then I've got a 14 by 6.5 Maple original snare as well. As soon as I sat down and played a Natal kit, it was just solid. It was spot on. The hardware and everything, that's something that's crucially important to me, is that a kit feels solid. The hardware is, as I say, is solid, it feels tight. And Natal has that. You know, the lugs on the kit I absolutely love, which feels like a weird thing to point out, but the lugs feel really solid. I get the exact sound I want from the kit. I've left my toms nice and open, no muffling on them or anything, and I just absolutely love how it sounds. And yeah, just anything I want my kit to do, it does. It delivers on everything. So I'm super happy with it. I would say most double pedal work, most of the time you're going to be working with single strokes. Double strokes is probably a thing that I would experiment with later, but really make sure that your foundation is solid. Don't move on too quickly to anything. Just spend a lot of time on the foundations, the basics. So working your single strokes up to a solid tempo comfortably. And really it's just a case of doing this stuff for a long time. And that's fine. You need to find enjoyment in the process of doing this, which is very cliche, but it's going to take a long time. And enjoy putting the work in. Stay committed to what you do, stay disciplined, try and have fun with it, but practice hard and reap the benefits and rewards of putting that effort in, because it will come. I played 2 tracks today, one by my band Dream State and one of my own tracks that I wrote. The track by Dream State is quite like an upbeat, it's got some like drum and bass influence in there, which is quite cool. There's some fun parts, like at the start of the song, there's a bit of work with the left foot, stuff like that. There's a bit of Latin influence in there, so it's kind of like a mix of genres and stuff like that, which I think is cool. I like to have that kind of input and bring some different rhythmic ideas to the band, which I'm glad that I get to have that creative freedom. The track that I wrote it's in 2116 time, but the whole idea and premise of that track is that we can feel and interpret time in loads of different ways. So the time signature is never actually changing, the tempo is never changing, it's just the way that I'm grouping the 16th notes in the track. It's just to create different illusions for the listener, and yeah, it's just some nerdy stuff that I like.